Hello everyone, this is Shadrach ASMR. I'm making a real quick video in regard to the Lo-Fi ASMR challenge that Hawaii ASMR tagged me in, and I just want to make this video in regard to a very awesome ASMR artist, a shout out to one of the most awesomest ASMR artists that I know of, who is not only a great role player, but also a great video game player. FamKam 360. I just want to say you're phenomenal. I just want to say you're extraordinary. And I just want to congratulate you on your achievements as an ASMR artist and as a video gamer. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you, and I'm very happy for you. I mean, the entire role plays that you do, Keith, is extraordinarily cool. I mean, I've never been a fan of Bob's Burgers before, but the fact that you played the main character in one of your ASMR videos was extraordinary. It's as though the entire show came to life, and like I said, I've never been a fan of Bob's Burgers, but I will say this, it's extraordinarily awesome. Sorry about this. Sorry, my camera was about to die. And I just want to take the time out to say, you're awesome. You're extraordinary. And I'm very proud of you. Okay? I just want to ask you a question. What was the very first video game system you ever played? Like, what was the very first video game you ever played as a child? Like, the very first time you played a video game and it just connected with you. What was the very first game system you owned? For me, the very first game system I had was the Super Nintendo, and the very first game I ever played was Super Mario World. It has the distinction of being the very first video game I ever played, and it still ranks as one of my favorites because it's a childhood favorite of mine. But the question is, FamKam, which game system did you grow up on? Which video game systems did you play as a kid? Were you a Sega fan? Were you a Nintendo fan? Did you have PlayStation? Or did you start off with Xbox? What game systems did you try and why? You know? Well, I have a reason to suspicion that you may have been a PlayStation fan because all the Metal Gear Solid role plays that you've done. And I just want to say that Solid Snake is one hell of a badass video game character. It takes a lot of guts to go up against superhuman individuals when he's just a super soldier himself. I mean, Solid Snake holds his own pretty well, and that's pretty badass. I mean, he has no superpowers, but he manages to get the job done and even take down villains that have superpowers as well. But above all else, what are your top 10 favorite video games of all time? And what top 10 video games do you think had the most impact on video gaming in general, and why? There's so much I want to ask of you, so much I want to know about you in the way of your video game playing. Are you also a fan of the Angry Video Game Nerd by any chance, FamKam? Are you a fan of the Angry Video Game Nerd? Have you seen any of his videos? There was one interesting video that the Angry Video Game Nerd did where he beats up Bugs Bunny. I'm not kidding you, that is an actual video, and there was a time where the Angry Video Game Nerd had like a feud with the Nostalgia Critic, and that was pretty awesome. And it was pretty funny too. Oh man, good times and everything like that. You know, my neck pillow. I mean, It's just pretty fun. I mean, why can't all the feuds and disputes in the ASMR community be like that? Something that's, funny and staged and, oh well. But anyways, do you watch anime by any chance? Do you like, I know you like Bob's Burgers because you role played as one of the characters in the show. And what shows do you even like, man? You seem like you've got quite an impressive archive. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to start. But to be honest with you, I'd like to hear your opinion of everything, It seems, very interesting. And how did you become a vegan exactly? I mean, I've always grown up eating meat all my life, and I have no intention of stopping. And on my Lord Shadrach channel, I've made some anti-vegan videos, yes, but those videos I made against vegans are meant against militant vegans, the ones that want to, beat up on people, and stage their PETA protests and all that other crazy stuff. Now, if someone is a vegan for personal reasons or because of religious reasons or health reasons, that's fine with me. But if someone becomes a vegan to think that they're doing it, to save the animals or to, beat up on meat eaters or just to be stereotypical, then I take issue with that. It's just craziness, you know? And it's just weird. And what else to ask of you? Now, you're wondering, about what this pink thing right here. It's my neck pillow. I love this neck pillow. This thing has really come quite in handy. You may want to invest in a neck pillow when you start playing your video games, because holding your neck up like that, holding your head up all day, is not helping you because you stuff like that. I mean, you get tired and everything. You may want to just rest your head on a neck pillow. Kind of like this. It's pretty awesome. And let me get something else as well. This is my this is the hat that I wear whenever I play as General Rage in Where Tingles Dare. Can you believe this hat only cost me $10? I gotta open the door. My cat wants in. I mean, believe it or not, this hat actually was $10 on Amazon.com, but it does the job so good. I mean, it just fits the character of General Rage. I mean, it just looks pretty awesome. And of course, I know that may come off as a bit bad. And let me put on my helmet that this helmet that I got here for my character of Sergeant Kramer was part of a Halloween costume, and it was part of a original video about a resistance fighter roleplay that got over 400 views, and it was pretty cool. I kind of wish Where Tingles Dare got that kind of level of attention. I mean, this is made of some hard plastic, this could really work. Yeah, but I really want to get a real helmet, an authentic helmet, because look at the inside. It's just meant as like a Halloween costume, but it actually works for me. Pretty cool, huh? You can just... Yeah, it's my helmet. And basically Sergeant Kramer is like... I had one person say to me that Sergeant Kramer looks like Schultz from Hogan's Heroes. Oh man, that's pretty funny. I look more like come to think of it, I do look like Schultz, as if Schultz himself walked off the set of Hogan's Heroes on the set of, and walked on the set of MASH. Oh man, I wish they'd done a crossover. That would have been badass. Um, as for modern shows that I like Star Trek Picard. That was pretty good. I have my misgivings about it, but it's a great show. It's got its moments. It's not as memorable as Next Generation, and more vulgar than Next Generation. In fact, Next Generation is a far superior show. Same with all the original Treks. Prior to Enterprise or Voyager. I mean, my personal opinion, things went downhill with Voyager, but they have the potential. I mean, a new crop of writers might come in and start, making the show good again. It's just something pretty cool. But anyways, FamKam, like, who are your heroes and why? Like, who exactly do you, admire in the way of, like, not just, political figures, historical figures, religious figures, but do you have any ASM artists that you hold in high regard, like big name ASM artists? For me, of course, Luna Eclipse ASMR, because she was my inspiration, and Shani, I like Shani because she's very friendly person. And have you seen Shani's My Hero Academia fan role plays? They're pretty cool. Um. Oh, what was I gonna ask? Oh yeah, who was the first ASMR artist you came across, and how did you get into ASMR videos in the first place? But anyways, I just want to say that you're pretty amazing. I like what you do. I like your game playing. You're amazing, Keith. You're pretty awesome. And I couldn't be proud to call you a fellow ASMR artist. I just hope everything, is going well for you, and I hope you're stocked up on snacks and video games, because let me tell you something, this coronavirus is craziness. As for me, I'm doing fairly well, you know, and I'm basically, just hanging in there, and I've got my cat, Annie right here is, she's all, she's her, it makes no difference one way or another. As long as her litter box is changed, and as long as her cat food is all nice, and long as she's got a lot of cat food, she's a happy little cat. And what do you know? She's losing her fur. I love this cat. This little. I didn't start using the expression fur baby until much later, and you know, Annie, you okay, kitty? You hear her purring? I love this cat. Oh, by the way, that right there is video game perlers that I do. I make a lot of perlers. Do you often do fan art, FamKam? Do you do any sort of fan art or anything? And just things like that. Mm. Well, anyways, I really hope everything is well with you, and I look forward to seeing more of your videos. Anyways, this is Shadrach, just signing off and just saying hi, and